And we're live again.
Hello, world.
Hello. Good
G'day,
morning,
people.
good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world of ours.
Yep, just hope everybody's staying dry up north.
Afternoon, wherever you are in this world of ours.
Yep, just hope everybody's staying dry up north.
Afternoon, wherever you are. Somebody's got another YouTube open somewhere.
Not me.
North seems to be the best place at the moment, actually. All the rain seems to be south, from what I've seen.
Well, it's north of me.
South and west.
Jeffro, you're not out on your back porch.
There's a reason for that,
Yeah, because of the rain. Yeah.
pretty much.
So where are you located exactly?
Me,
Yes.
I'm in Coffs Harbour. So Coffs Harbour is 5 hours south of, well, the cyclone's epicentre, I suppose. About 6 hours north of Sydney.
He's on the edge.
About 2/3 of the way up the coast of New South Wales.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, but we're still in the, we're well within the limits of getting floods. Non-stop
All right.
rain, wind, all that stuff. And the wind's all gone, but it doesn't flood exactly where we are per se, but all around us there's flooding everywhere.
Okay.
Not nearly as bad as a little further north. It's a lot worse. But yeah, we've certainly had our fair share.
Is this going to last a long time, or is it do these things blow in and out, come in over land and then go back over the water and come back in? I mean, hurricanes, once they like the ones that hit the Gulf of from the Gulf of Mexico, it's the Gulf of Mexico. Once it makes land, it just keeps heading north, whether it's west, east, or just due north, and then it just runs out of steam. But it rains a shitload all the way through until it burns out.
I
Is
always
that what
wondered.
you call a hurricane?
I always wondered if it goes onto land in Florida, and then it goes far enough, it goes back into the Gulf again, and it builds up power, and then it comes back.
I guess I
always wondered about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, but you might be right.
Yeah. So when it comes over the coast here, they usually become a low wherever they hit the coast. They become a low, like a rain depression.
Yeah.
And they usually contract inland, and once they contract inland, it just, but there's a lot of catchments to rivers where it came across, and so there's rivers all up and down the coast all over the place that are just having massive floods at the moment. So it'll keep going. Oh, it'll go literally halfway across the country probably, but as it does, it's filling up all these catchments that are
right.
flooding badly at the moment.
Yeah, it leaves a shitload of rain everywhere it goes. Yeah.
Where I live, it's we've got one mountain range which goes down the east coast of Australia, and right where I am is where that mountain range is closest to the coast. And so when we get a rain depression here, it hits the coast and it gets to the range and it can't go any further, and so it keeps trying to get over the range, it can't do it, and so rain just stays here for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, wow.
Hello,
James.
How you doing, James?
Oh, you're still above water level.
Mate, it only started raining here yesterday.
I can't.
Oh, how nice for you.
Oh, there you are.
It's been I'll let Bilge finish his thing, because obviously Bilge is more threatened from this weather than what I am.
Right now, we're pretty comfortable. As long as the rain moves more west, we're laughing. But at the moment, the levee wall at Lismore has got maybe a metre to spare. So depending on what falls north of us, depends on what happens in Lismore.
Okay.
So Fry's Critters in the chaps ask, has anybody heard from Jason?
I
No.
messaged him the other day, and then again before. No, Jason isn't at the football game, nor was he watching it, and he will not be happy with the outcome.
Oh dear, did they?
I don't even know if they turned up, to be honest, because it certainly didn't look like it by half time.
I sent him a message today, and later in the late in the week, and I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
He's a stubborn
Like I said
bastard.
last week, I don't expect him to, or I don't expect anyone to reply instantaneously. He will when he gets there. So,
Oh.
I sent him a couple of pictures of the model I did using Outlaw Paste, and he just replied, amazing.
yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Maybe Gary.
Anyone heard from Matt? I haven't seen him on here for a couple of weeks.
He was busy last weekend. I think he had computer problems. And-
Okay.
Might still have him this week, or the water's got in up there. 'Cause he's on the central coast, and it's been raining there every night apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope Jason's okay, and if he doesn't like the result of the football game, oh well, c'est la vie.
Only the first one.
Oh,
25,
DP.
25 more to go.
That's right. That's right.
25 games.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay. What is it?
25 rounds.
Is this the what am I
NRL.
trying to say? I don't understand how the season works. You guys play just a regular season, or is there a postseason as well?
No.
It's the regular season now.
Okay. All right.
What goes for March?
Yeah.
I'm on the knee. Come on.
Well, I don't follow rugby, so, you know, it makes no
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Well, I'm properly knackered, guys. I thought I'd be a little bit more lively at this time, but I took a bike ride this afternoon. We're actually getting much warmer than usual weather for. This is typical of the Midwest in America. It's either really cold or it can go to unexpectedly warm temperatures, and we were up around. Let's see, in Celsius, I'd say it's about 8, maybe 9 degrees Celsius today. Maybe even 10 or 12. I'm not sure exactly how that works out. But it was a pleasantly warm day. It's going to get warmer in the next week or so. And I got out on my bicycle and got in about 10 miles. And I hadn't rode that long in a while. And I'm just knackered, in your language, pooped, as I would say. I took a nap and I'm still still half awake, so if you see me nod off while it's going, you'll understand.
Yeah.
But,
You got a
That's
couple
all
of
right,
go?
Tim. Appreciate you getting up this early.
yeah.
oh well, actually,
Yeah, we wouldn't do
we're
it.
going to lose an hour. We're springing forward tonight. So when 2 o'clock, it's 1:09 a.m. now. In 50 minutes, 50, it's going to be 2 a.m., which is going to push forward to 3 a.m. So we're actually going to close in on you guys. We're going to, instead of being 17 hours apart, we're going to be 16 hours apart.
Yes.
Till April.
Right.
Yeah, then it'll even out
You
again.
guys- and then you guys fall back, and it'll be 15 then.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now, is everyone there?
Go?
Everyone there turn back your move your clocks. Jason's the only one in Queensland that doesn't.
I'm in
Yeah.
Queensland too, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you are, James? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I prefer it that
still a
way.
6-hour drive from him, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'd rather just leave the damn clocks alone. Leave it on standard time, which is actually what we're in now. This is standard time. When we move it forward, it becomes daylight savings time.
Yeah.
And they've increased that. The federal government has from, it used to be April. Now it's a full month ahead of that, or a month and a half. It used to be the end of April. And now it's March, second weekend in March. And it doesn't happen until the first weekend in November. So, I mean, it's for four months. I'm going to move my clocks. So what's the point? You know?
Yeah, well, the other part is if you've got a smartphone, it's going to do it for you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And my computer too is going to automatically adjust as well. You know.
And then if you've got a smart watch and all that other shit, that it'll all sync up and do its own thing.
Yeah.
Can I offer you some advice? Don't buy a Casio G-Shock.
What's that?
It's a watch. It's just a very, very tough, very strong watch, but they don't change automatically, and they're a nightmare. Every change of daylight saving
change.
Bring you to tears.
Evening, Harry.
Hey, Harry.
And Fry says he's going for a drive soon. Where's he going to drive to?
Well, if he's 2 minutes away from Jason, I'm wondering if he's going to go around there.
Okay.
Well, maybe he's going to take one of those flatboats they use in Florida. You know, those things can go anywhere, right? I
Well,
think.
Fry's give him a kick in the ass from all of us.
Yeah, tell him, hey, I mean, he could at least drop in once in a while and send a message. You know, he doesn't have to go totally blackout.
No, just let me know.
All right up there, though, isn't it?
Pardon?
I think the weather's all right up Jason's way, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's not hitting. It's kind of in the central part of the East Coast, right?
Southeast corner of Queensland.
Round about the border, just
Okay.
above the border.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank God the Australian Tank and Artillery Museum will be okay. I don't want those guys to shut down.
Oh, they're a long way north.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's one of my favorite channels. It's my Workshop Wednesdays, almost like my fix.
When they get cyclones up there, like what we've got here is nothing to what they get up there in Cairns.
Oh, you talk about rain?
Oh, yeah. They
So
measure
when
the
they hit the coast, it was only a Cat 1.
They measure their rainfall in meters in Cairns, not millimeters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I know they had a nasty rain one time, and it flooded one part of the museum.
Yeah, they just need the wind to be going in the right direction, and it'll go through one of the doors that they open.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you've seen the ramps they drive up, Jim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the museum's been elevated.
Okay. All right. To allow for the rainfall to go underneath it, huh?
No, it doesn't go underneath, it just runs off it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just trying to keep the tanks dry.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Well, thank goodness they got their stuff inside. We've got something called the Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Virginia. And I'm sure you guys have all seen photos of that. They just park them outside and leave them out there, and those doggone tanks are just dying out there of rust and decay. They're left to the elements 24 hours a day, every day of the year.
And then management would complain that it cost them so much in maintenance.
Oh, were they? I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Well, if you leave the stuff outside, that's what.
Sure. You're asking for trouble. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So what's everybody's been doing? My model work has been kind of this week. I got some things done, but not a whole lot. Paul, did you ever get decals for your Liberator?
No, not as yet.
Wow.
The GR Mark 6's decals have come in, but I'm doing the Mark 5, of course. Evening Red Scale Scrapyard.
Oh, Red Scale Scrapyard. Welcome.
And Fry's Media's changed accounts.
Right. I'm not sure who either of those guys are, but hello, afternoon.
Yeah. Hello, Fry. Hello, Fry's Media. Hello, Red. No. Oh,
Well,
Fort
that's what I'm
Benning.
playing with.
Fort Benning. Okay, Fort Benning. Yeah. Oh, they moved them all to Georgia. The Fort Benning. Okay. All right. Thanks, Red. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Yes. In fact, they what was it? There was oh, there's someone who has a channel on YouTube. This young lady, and she's a big tank aficionado, and they showed the the Jagd Tiger that was taken from Europe, the one that was captured in Germany at the end of the war. What was it? 331 is the number. They took that to Fort Benning. I guess they're gonna either they've done it or they're in the process of restoring it. Maybe Red can help us out. Red, what's going on with the Tiger 33, hunting Tiger 331? Is that done already? Because some of these programs I watch, when I check the dates, they go back all the way to like 2020, 2019. So I don't know when this stuff is done. Bill, what's going on with you model wise? You still working on or that car you're working on? Was it a 56?
No. That was Terry Senior tribute.
Right.
Bill.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I finished that ages ago.
Yeah. Shows how much I'm in touch on stuff.
Unfortunately, because it's so goddamn wet and damp here, wood glue ain't gonna dry.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
I haven't touched this. Actually, probably safe.
Okay.
So I haven't touched this in a bit. It's finished. I finished the cleanup of it and all of
It
that.
does look cleaner.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just I need wood glue to be able to dry, and because for some stupid reason it's just so wet, I haven't been able to do that. So tonight I'm just going to play around with my little sub.
Ah,
Just
okay.
jitting around with that, but
Okay.
just to be an absolute prick, I'm not showing you what I'm working on right now, which is part of the sub.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I'm guessing it's the conning tower because it didn't have it on there.
Oh no! Here's the conning tower here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
The stand.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just something else that I happen to pick up with it that I've never done before. So I want to try and mess around with it. It does require white paint, and yeah, we'll see how we go.
Excuse me. Hmm.
But
Oh,
a little
by the way-
glue, white paint, and a lot of dry brushing.
Yeah. Is that a U-boat?
No, that is the oh, hang on, it's ARV.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's the Guppy class conversion.
Okay. All right.
So what I'm looking at trying to do is her first trials after the conversion. So I'll push on with what I'm doing because
Okay.
with what's been going on, I've just been just keeping up to date with everything, watching all the weather, and just I actually evacuated the kids. I got them out. I just said, look, guys, you need to F and go.
Yeah.
Because I've got a four-wheel drive Hilux, so I've got a 1.5 foot of clearance. They're driving road cars that got maybe 9 inches
6
of ground
inches.
clearance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dude, with the water that we had come through here in 22, I don't really want you here. And they discussed it, they thought about it, and once the power went, that was the end of the story. They were just, well, not only that, my son's got a 2-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So no entertainment for her. It's just like, look, mate, go. So they actually went to their mother's.
So you've got power now, though. What are you running off a generator?
Oh no. I'm on solar.
Right.
So when the power went out, all I lost was the pump from the house for water, for like showers and toilet and stuff like that, and the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
But to keep in touch with all the weather maps and everything like that, I had permission from work to use my work phone to hotspot.
Ah, okay.
That's what I
Okay.
did. Because my work phone's the only phone here where I am that gets signal.
Yeah.
Hey, Chunks.
So I just set
Yeah.
the work phone up on hotspot, and I just kept following all the latest updates. And yeah,
I'm noticing your signal is strong. I haven't seen it so consistent. I was wondering where you're getting your source from. I mean, you're coming through loud and clear.
yeah. No, well, I'm actually piggybacking off my son.
Okay. Okay. Well, glad you're here. I was surprised to see you when I first came on. So glad you're here, mate. And Jason's not here to give you shit for your beard and your haircut.
Depends on who's home, really. I mean, if George's partner's home, he's like one of these online gamers, and
Yeah.
because he's actually at the house where the signal originates, he gets preference.
Hmm. Okay.
And then if George is, watching movies, and then Will's, and either playing the game or they're watching movies, I'm tail end Charlie. I get the last of the signal. So if everyone's using the Wi-Fi, I get Gilly Scott. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed tonight. They're not, and I'll be right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you kept the doggies with you?
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
it's, my daughter was home during the height of it actually starting to kick off. My daughter was home alone, and she asked if she could have the dogs just so that she felt a bit more, secure and safer. And I think that lasted about 45 minutes before she, messaged me back and said, "Look, they're going stupid." So I went and hung with her for a little while until her partner come back, and then I brought the dogs back in.
Oh, they were missing you, huh?
Oh yeah, like
Oh,
literally.
okay. All right.
Goof has her, like Goof, I don't know, she's being shy tonight, but she's got her head resting on my foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man's
You've
best
seen
friend.
Edie Neo a few times already. She's
Yeah.
just an attention hog.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I understand. Yeah, that's how it is with doggies. They do. I don't. You can't explain it to them. So
No, it's a thing. They're either, like they'll do their own thing, or they become very attached, and it's like, and because I am basically on my own, I don't mind it. It's good because I know doesn't matter where I go or what I do, Goof will be right beside me, and Neo's usually 3 or 4 paces behind me, just watching the rear.
Right. Ah, there you go. Do you take them along when you go to work?
No, but if I drop into work just to check in, and if I go, like, it doesn't matter what I do or where I go, they've got to come with me.
Right.
If I'm in my work rig, it's a different story. They know I'm going to work and I'll be back at a certain time.
Right.
But if I try and walk out that gate in civvies,
Oh.
Anna's not having it.
Yeah.
She is not
Well,
having it.
I'm guessing you're going to have a lot of work once this whole thing clears up, right? I mean, a lot of trees to clean up and remove.
I have only seen a small portion of what's laying around, and I know our crews are going to be busy for at least 2 weeks,
Yeah.
easy,
Well.
just on cleanup. And that's just with tree debris. That's not with, buildings that have been inundated with water,
Right.
park furniture and stuff that's going to need to be cleaned and made safe for the public to be able to reuse it. Yeah, we're looking at a good couple of weeks of solid work once we're allowed to get back in there.
Yeah.
But
Out
again,
of curiosity, Bill, do you chip all your
yes,
branches
Yes,
and
we
do you give it to the public, or do you use it in your gardens around town, or?
yes, yep. Every roundabout and garden bed that you see in our city, we have chipped it all ourselves and then kept it in a stockpile so that we can reuse it in our gardens.
Yeah, that's what they do here too.
Yep.
What? makes sense.
What do you got there, Paul? I see an old Revel kit on your, not an old
Okay.
Revel kit.
Paulie's turn. Let him have the limelight.
That's all right. I don't mind. I decided to build a tractor.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just
Oh,
something.
it's basically like a snap together kit.
Well, it says it does, but it doesn't. I thought I'd do something different while the intruder's down in the spray booth. And so I also lashed out and bought some new toys.
Nice.
You buy a new car?
Gallery.
Oh,
Gallery airbrushes.
Excellent.
that's not a toy. That's a tool. There's a difference, Paul.
That's a toy.
No,
What?
it's not. Tool.
Is one of those a Mobius?
Toy's got like 5 liters or more.
That's a Mobius.
That's the O2?
0.3.
Oh, okay.
Forget the O2 next time. And that was the 0.35 and 0.5.
Yeah,
And that's set up with the 0.35 in it.
right. Is that one the one you just had in your hand? Is that the 98 or the 39?
It's a premium. What's it say on the box?
Hey,
Looks
Mr. Terry Turtle.
It looks like the same as what I got.
Oh, you got the 03 Mobius. Okay, what's the
Yeah.
other one, Paul?
That's the third. That's the 39. Whatever you said.
Right. Yeah, because I've got the 39 and I've got the 98.
Yeah, 39. Well, it's a 39, but it's got the 0.35 and 0.5
Yeah.
needle in it.
Yeah, that's what I've got both those with the 0.35 needle in both the 98 and 39. Yeah, they're nice airbrushes.
They are.
They're pretty consistent in how they work, and as long as you thin the paint right, they'll work like ink from a pen.
I don't have to thin the paint. It's called Outlaw.
Well, I don't always use Outlaw. Sorry, Jason.
That's all right.
I mean, think about it, guys. We could do a
I'm
show
I'm
just on the paint we
committing
have.
Cardinal Sin at the moment.
How about that? We could do a show
Yeah,
just showing all the different brands of paint I know I have. It wouldn't take long, but I mean, it would. I've got at least 6 different brands of paint.
I got 3.
Yeah, I've got
yeah, tell me,
water-based
Paul,
acrylic,
I've only
I've got
got 3.
enamel, and I've got lacquer. I've got all 3 mediums.
I've got wet paint.
Yeah, dry paint's no good.
No. Well, I guess technically I do have dry paint. It's what's on the aircraft.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, what are you up to, James?
I'm building the second kit in
Okay, the second Mark 8.
yeah,
5.
yeah, the Mark 5C with the tropical filter,
Yep.
and I'm going to finish it in
The silver scheme.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, just because it's, I wouldn't necessarily say easier, because I reckon that would show up more deficiencies than the camouflage scheme. But I don't know,
All right.
because I want a high-speed silver-coloured aircraft in the
Where was
they
that, where
hoist?
was that base, James?
Western Australia, weren't they?
That one was, yeah, Pierce.
Pierce, Western
Okay.
Australia. That's post-war, isn't it?
Yeah.
What color? What paint are you going to use to paint that, James?
Well, in the book it says superfine silver,
Yeah, because it was bare metal, not high-speed silver.
but
Yeah, the control surfaces were all high-speed silver.
that's because they were fabric, not
Yeah,
metals.
yeah, but they were stripped just to make them quicker. That was all.
Yeah. At the moment, the only colour I have is I've got white aluminium, dark aluminium, and then a metallic.
Oh, you got that? Yeah, yeah. I've got some of that stuff. I bought. What do I have the Duralumin stuff from that Mr. Hobby Paints. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good stuff. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. You keep talking, James. I'll be right back. I'm going to get something to show you.
So I'm using this Spitfire build as a Mojo booster, morale booster, so I can get back into finishing my 24 scale. It's still sitting in situ, getting a bit of dust on it, but yeah, you know, 148 scale's all right.
Yeah, I should put the white leading edges on mine.
Oh yeah, thank you, Steve. So, but this week, like the wife and I, we prepared the house for everything. For this weather system that I feel kind of ripped off. That
Was it storm in a teacup, wasn't it?
it was like, I shouldn't complain because, you know, everyone made sure that all information was out there so people were prepared. If you weren't prepared, that's your stupid fault.
There's always somebody that's not.
Oh, yes, there would have been. So up where I am at Caboolture, we were fine, but obviously it all hit, you know, south of Brisbane, Gold Coast, northern New South Wales. They copped the tail end of it, literally. It was the tail end of it. Yeah, I slept through the night. So,
My daughter-in-law lives at Caboolture, so we had a running commentary on what was happening up there, and she wasn't very impressed with it either.
yeah, no, that's right. That's right.
But on the same note, if it had come across as a Cat 3 or, you know, a high Cat 2,
Story.
Yeah.
considering that there was at least a couple of roofs ripped off, a few trees, large trees brought down on houses, it could have been a lot fucking worse.
Oh, well
Yes.
and truly. Well and
So-
truly. Well, one of the initial paths was going to take it over the southern tip of Bribie Island at Woorong. And a lot of the houses over at Bribie Island are older, and it's an older population over there as well. It would have destroyed that. It really would have destroyed that place. But, yeah, you know. So this week I just get to put some of the things away that we pulled out in preparation. And it'll just be back to normal house duties tomorrow.
Leave it alone, Bilge.
Hey?
Leave it alone. When you've gone too far, you know it.
Oh, it's not that. It's just I need to let it dry for a bit first because I'm starting to take off what I've put on.
Okay. All right, Jeffro, what have you been up to?
I've got kind of a similar problem to Bilge. I haven't been able to paint anything. So I spent an entire day masking canopies yesterday for my JU88. I've never used a masking kit before, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Went on really well. So yeah, I haven't painted it yet, but yeah, there was that. I'm basically just still applying decals to missiles at the moment. I played with my Panther today, put a few little bits on that post Zimmerit. I could probably start painting that next week as well. So not a lot really. It's just where I normally model is just it's all right unless the wind's blowing in, but yeah, it's not real good. And where I normally airbrush is, well, you can't airbrush when it's rainy and wet anyway. So not a real lot really, but I keep forgetting that light there. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's rained here most of the week actually, and so we're just sort of sitting where I live. It's very, very flat, and we're lucky we've got a reserve out the back, and we've got a laneway down the side which I can drain things off to. But it's the same height as our yard, so over the years I've got to try and gradually top dress it enough so that it drains off, and it's kind of getting better every year. But it's always a bog hole. If we get any more rain like this, it's just going to be a pig wallow. But at the moment, it's just starting to reach that saturated stage.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to rain here for off and on for the rest of the week. So I'll just wait and see what it does. It's just reaching sort of nuisance stage at the moment. So, you know, but it is quite fairly widespread flooding around town. There was one guy washed off a bridge and killed. He climbed out of his ute and he grabbed hold of a tree and he's hanging onto a tree, but then he got washed away before anybody could get to him. That was sort of
Oh, that's no
yeah.
good.
That was out west of town. It was an old guy, I think. Yeah, that's right. So
There was army personnel in there too, rolled over trucks.
That was about 1.5 km from me, James.
All right.
The road
Yeah,
is
that's
still
crazy.
closed.
You're probably waiting for heavy lift gear to get the truck on upright.
I think there'd be a big ADF investigation first.
probably.
Yeah, those trucks are not known for their road
Handily.
capability.
Well,
Right
let's just say
off-road.
I know that road very, very well, and I don't even fly through there in my little Hilux.
You know, the size of the truck and the weight of the truck probably has a lot to do with it in the wet conditions.
Not only that section of road is really, really rough. It's like it should have been ripped up and rebuilt bloody 5 years ago. Anyway, hopefully everybody's going to be okay, and
Yeah,
you know, no real serious life-changing injuries.
Yeah. There's still a lot of flooding going on around the place, so
Hey, I don't hear your dog, Jeffro. Where's Bandit?
oh, he was here just a second ago. You didn't hear him. Back here.
He's got such a loud bark.
Say something.
Thanks, Fries.
Can't believe you didn't hear him. Yeah, he's bored to death. We all are, really.
Yeah. Scott.
Let's have a look. Scott's P47.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's see that P47, Scott.
Yeah, it's looking nice, Scott.
Scott.
Yeah, I finally finished it, and
it doesn't look like those instructions though, mate. So something.
That's because it's his build.
Oh right, you don't. Okay.
this is being finished, and that's my next project, which is M4 Sherman EZA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is my tribute build to Terry Senior, as you can probably tell with the decals. Not quite matching to any airports, but anyway, still. There's Bill's favourite, the little nurse. And yeah, they go all done with alloy paints, apart from the black. And yeah, totally completed.
Excellent.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
So I've done that, and as I said, my next project is that. So I'm currently trying to put all the wheels and everything together, and there you go. That's me done.
Oh, it came out nice, Scott.
Yeah. Quite impressed with it. I
Are you a
put it away.
dedicated Tamiya fan, Scott?
I do like Tamiya, yes, but I do have other brands.
Yeah.
How's that
I've got-
Easy 8 coming together, Scott? I've got, like I told you earlier in the week, I got the Korean War version. Is it, I'm assuming it builds well because it's a Tamiya kit.
Safer, but safer I've only got as far as the tub. And we're doing these things, putting them together, cleaning them up. And so yeah, that's as far as I've been so far.
Okay. Looking good. Looking good. It's, man, I got so many damn versions of the Sherman. I've got at least 5 in my collection sitting around.
I've got some paint on it. Not with as much, but there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, you know, there are a few models you can't have enough of. And the Sherman's
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. Well, this will be my first Sherman, and it is Easy Age is probably my favourite.
Yeah. Ah, well, Paul brings out the big one.
That's where it's up to.
And that's the Airfix 24 scale kit,
Yes, that's the Mark 8.
the Mark 8. Wow, she's looking beautiful.
The silly thing is, it's exactly the same as the Mark 9, except for different fiddly bits.
Well, the pointed rudder is what makes the Mark 8 my favorite.
Yeah. And the silly thing was, that all came in the Mark 9 kit.
Yes.
The only thing the Mark 9 kit didn't come with was the retractable tail wheel.
Yeah. See, I know they didn't have that on most Spitfire models, but that makes that look even cooler when it's airborne, is the retracted tail wheel. Looks very neat.
So if you put them side by side,
We're going to have enough bank room. I'll do that.
Nice. Look at that.
Some pretty birds.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so I'm doing the Mark 8 all locked up.
Okay.
So the Mark 9, you know, I did it all opened up. I figured I didn't have to do that again.
No,
Yeah, it's
You've done once, it's enough.
one model is good enough like that. Yeah. Have you built any of the Qatari Spitfires?
No. I mean, they look like they're a nice kit, but I don't think they're best value for my money.
Well, I'm not much of a 32nd scale airplane builder anyway. I build mostly quarter scale. So spending $90, $100 on it, it's a nice kit, but like you said, it's kind of pricey.
Yeah.
Oh, that Mark 8's looking great. I really like it. You're doing that Aussie?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. The only way a Mark 8 should be. I from the time I saw that old Otaki kit with the Mark 8 in Aussie paint on the cover, I've always thought of the Mark 8 as that and only that.
We have got one flying down here, so that's the main thing anyway.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah, it flies with the Mark 9.
Yeah.
They both look great in the air.
Hey, Paul, I want to ask you if I had sent some photos to your email, would you be able to post them on screen?
Oh, I'll try.
No, I don't have them. I didn't. I slept till like half hour before we went live, so I didn't take them. I wanted to take a couple of close-ups of some of my tanks for Jeffro, so he could see the Zimrit work that I did on a couple of
Yeah, that'd be great, mate.
the 2 models we were talking about last week. I meant
Uh-huh.
to take some photos so you could see some close-ups on them because
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah, my word.
One of them, I put the Zimmerit on by hand. I used a putty and a
Yeah.
tool. And the other one, I bought the sheets like you did. In
Yeah,
fact, I showed you that one last week. That was the King Tiger.
Yeah, I did the. I did what you did with the do-it-yourself stuff some time ago on a tiger, and it turned out all right. But my God, it was thick.
Yeah, it's
I think in real scale,
trial
it would
and
have
error.
been about 3 inches thick, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely trial and error. I mean, it takes a little while to get it down, but you know, when I made mine, I couldn't believe how quickly I moved through it. Once I got a system set up, I went section by section, and before I knew it, I had like the side of the hull done, and then you know this, that, and the other thing.
I just got a wide screwdriver, and I just sort of pushed into it with a screwdriver. And it worked really pretty well.
That's one method of doing it. Sure.
Yeah.
Some guys use what the hell was it? Old corrugated scale model railroad sheet, because it gives the same ridge look.
Corrugated iron.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Corrugated iron.
That's it. Thank you. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, Fries is asking us a question. What's our preferred model and why?
Preferred? You mean what we built already?
Make or
what we'd like to, cars, tank, what genre?
Cars,
tanks, planes.
Well, you're the host, Paul. You first.
Cars, tanks, planes, boats. Sci-fi.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious by your collection.
And recently, motorbikes.
Okay, all the rest of you guys go. Age before beauty. So.
Scotty.
Well, right now it's aircraft or tanks, armour. I've only pretty much recently got into armour. This would be my third tank I've built. But before that was just mainly World War II aircraft. Would like to have a go at a ship. One day in the future I might get one.
Yeah, just do it, Scott.
That's me. I'm open to anything. I haven't done a car. One day I might do one of those too, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
That's my first bike.
Oh, looks nice. To be a kit.
Yes.
And they do everybody motorcycles.
Everybody here should know the name on it. On the window.
Not me. I'm the stranger in town.
Oh, Wayne Gardner. Sorry.
Right, leave that on. We might get in trouble from YouTube.
Before McDowan came in.
why has it got a swastika on it?
No, it's got something worse.
Cigarette logo, probably.
Yep.
Yeah. You just don't put a rifle on screen.
No, don't do that, please.
Yeah.
Well, we really want to go cigarette logos and upset everybody.
Oh, please.
Oh, just okay, Bill.
I like building aircraft, Fries.
Oh, look at that.
So,
Gorgeous. Look at the curves in that body. Oh, baby.
don't say that out in public, mate. You'll probably get arrested.
They'd have to catch it first.
Oh.
Well, it's in a museum.
Yeah.
It is.
Right. Okay.
And so it should be, really.
Yeah.
We actually have a Holden Museum here at Coffs Harbour with a Bathurst Holden in it, up on the balcony. Never been there, but you can see it from the road. I'll get up there one of these days.
Hang on. Who are we up to? I think
Looks
James
like I'm next.
Oh, okay, James, you went, didn't you?
Yeah, mate.
Okay, Bilge.
All right. Mainly military, but I do like plank on frame stuff. So stuff like this. I've got a couple. Anything that's historically significant, like I've got 1/200 Titanic plank on frame. And then I've got another historic one that's in desperate need of refit. And I'm safe to show this because it doesn't have any significant markings on it that YouTube don't like to see. And this girl is big and heavy.
1/200.
Most controlled.
What scale would it be, Bilge?
That's 1/200.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looked it. Yeah.
Bismarck.
Got that motorized?
Yeah, this is an RC model.
Oh wow.
I can actually, if I can get the deck to separate. Come on, there we go. So that's
Blimey.
central deck,
Uh-huh.
which is missing a lot of the superstructure due to an animal invasion. But
Oh wow.
that was sacrilege. I nearly knocked my friggin' beer over.
You don't want to sink beer.
Ooh, doggy. Man, oh man.
And then I just hit the pearl. I
Yeah.
need a bigger workshop.
Yeah. You either need a bigger house or smaller ships.
Oh mate, I love my detail.
Yeah.
And that's why I build so big. But this is my Titanic. It's plank on frame.
okay.
It's all timber. It's not plastic.
Right.
It's all timber.
Wow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What'd you just say? That's wood?
Yeah, this is plank on frame. It's all timber. So
Whoa.
I've made a timber skeleton and then planked it. That is all planking.
Wow.
What sort of wood do you use for that, Bilge?
Just it's I can't remember the proper name of it, but it's just like literally little timber planks.
Is it lime wood or basswood?
No, it's not it's not balsa. It's just it's like a pine.
No. No, is it lime wood or basswood?
No, it's like I think it's spelled RAINE or something like that.
Okay.
Like all the frame is like your plywood sort of laser etched stuff.
Yeah.
I've got a few other timber kits floating around, but yeah, and then you just plank it, and
Yeah. The
Yeah,
the
that is
Artesania,
impressive, Bilge. Man.
the Artesania when I did the schooner that I did, it was that ply frame, and I'm
Yep.
sure it was lime wood. The timber that you used for the to bend
final
over the keel and everything,
Yep.
and it was very, very strong. It was very,
Oh, yeah.
very tough, and when it dried, and you had to get like I think I got a little spoke shape, I think, or something like that,
Yep.
just so I could go over it to get the shape, and then the I think the planking stuff was like basswood, I think, and it just you just go over it, and I don't know whether yours was like clinker style or whether mine you just glue you glue each plank on, and then you put it up. You just butt it up to it.
Yeah.
Your
None,
buddies
none
will
of
know
mine are clinker
on
built.
mine.
None of mine are clinker built.
Yeah.
So you got you build your skeleton or the backbone, and then
Yeah.
you do your first initial layer of planking, which is like usually a mil thick.
Yeah.
Which once you've done your planking, you can then sand back, get it all smooth. Like with the pearl, I've then done a second layer of planking, which is like 0.25 of a mil thick.
Yeah.
That you then put over the top of that to
Yeah.
give your timber frame look.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I tried to clinker build like a whaleboat to go on
Yep.
that one. I couldn't. It was a pain in the ass. I couldn't do it.
well, put it this way: with this old girl here, this is basically like I could probably show you the underside. So you can see there's the basic frame structure of it.
Yeah.
Right, and then you have all like plywood structure, but all this external stuff you can see around the outside of it.
Yeah.
That is all photo etched. All these external walls.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All these external walls.
Yeah.
All of it is photo etched that I've then had to attach.
Bill, let me ask you a question. Are the cobwebs photo etched too?
Well, they
The
real.
cobwebs are because she's been sitting up on the top shelf.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
see, now that's the
many
problem with those big ships is you can't store them anywhere dust free.
I've got it. Where's... damn it! The tub I want, and the tablet sitting on it, but I've actually got all the turrets for her
Right.
sitting in the tub, and a few bits of the actual brass or photo etch plating for it has sprung off, so you can actually see the internal framing for the turrets and all the. But yeah, like this thing is a photo etch nightmare.
I bet. Yeah.
Send it to Marcus.
That's the reason I don't
If you
build
actually go on my channel and look at the very first video I put up, which is a slideshow, you will actually see this being built, and you'll actually see it before it's sprayed, so you'll actually see how much photo etch is involved in this thing. It's like, now that was my, here you go, try photo etch.
Evening, Daniel.
Yeah. Go for it's here. Hello, go for it.
Yeah, mate.
Hey, go for it.
So, what do you like to build, Jeffro?
Armor and aircraft, primarily 135th scale armor and 148 scale aircraft. If I had something handy, I'd show it, but I mean, currently still got that Tiger, which is done. It's just waiting for me to finish the tank crew. And I can show you one thing I'm working on. It's not 48 scale, but I'll be right back.
It better
Just
not
one
be.
more. Can I just add one more quickly, Paulie? If it
Yeah,
has a red kangaroo on it, I get
you'll
it.
build it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've got so many kits underneath the table here that have got the red kangaroo sticker on it. It's not funny.
Okay, so I did get a couple off my workbench. This is that
Oh, you got done.
that ICM Royal Naval Air Service Model T armored car.
Oh, that you finished it.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
it's done.
Nice.
I'm working on that for a World War I group build, and it's a perfect subject. Looks great. As a matter of fact, I'll show you a couple of details on it. Let's see if I can show it. Yeah, right there. That's I took a little facial tissue, Kleenex, dipped it in water with some PVA glue, and dyed it with some Vallejo paint, and wrapped it around the gun shield of the Vickers. And
Looks like a piece of canvas.
yeah, exactly right. That's what it's supposed to do. And I put some bits and bobs in the pickup bed itself, like ammo boxes and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, driving, I'd rather be the driver than the gunner on that vehicle. I don't know about you guys, but I think I'd rather be the guy in the armored cab than the poor bastard who's got to fire the weapon out in the open.
Show me a good sniper, and it doesn't matter where you are.
You also throw a hand grenade in there. Potato masher goes right into the bed. You better get it out quick, man. So this is the other one I'm working on. This is the P11, the P1127, the forerunner of the Harrier, the prototype. It's the old vintage classics Airfix kit, which the original mold goes back to 1963, and I got it together finally. It's sloppier than what you see on there. It's a bit of a I'm trying to think of a word you Aussies would use, but it's a bit of a shit show. It's coming together okay, but it's all
Cluster?
right. What's that?
So,
A cluster?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Cluster. Yes.
so it's got as much flash on it as the 124th version has.
Well, you know what? This thing's actually pretty clean. The flash was there, but not as bad as I thought it would be. There was a lot of part cleanup. That's about the only problem. But what I'm making it wheels up because I buggered up the angle on the wings. They're not both symmetrical. So I said, screw it. I'm just gonna put the landing gear doors in, and I'm gonna make it a wheels up version. There's a small hole on this main gear door. I'm gonna drill it out, and I'm just gonna put it on a stand. The glass was a nightmare. That thing was about, oh my God, it had to be half a mil, maybe more, wide of the fuselage.
Yeah.
So I had to sand it down and then clean it up. And I got most of the scratches out, but it's still kind of foggy. But that's as good as I can get it. So
Put a tarp over it.
it's gonna, what's that?
Just put a tarp over it.
Well, it's gonna be in flight. It's
You
gonna be
can't.
in
It's got
flight.
its wheels up.
Yeah. Well, it's looking good, but I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use some standard silver paint on it. I don't know what this thing was painted. I don't know if it was painted at all. The P1127. I don't have any books or anything on it, so.
TBG.
TBG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check with him.
Yeah.
He used to work there.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Well, on the back of the box, the kit box, it just says silver. They give you one Umbro color, and I got a feeling it might not be just one color.
It would have been high-speed silver if it was painted.
Yeah.
That's if not, it would have just been left in bare metal.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe some of the surfaces weren't natural metal. Maybe some were painted, but I don't know. I mean, I love the Harrier, but I know so little about the actual aircraft itself. I mean, I know the history of it, but I don't know much about the P1120. This is also for a group build. So I build aircraft armor. I paint figures. I like those things. I'm kind of linear in my collection. Like I said, it's quarter scale airplanes, although this is 72nd. And 35th scale armor. I've tried 48th, but I find that to be a bit too small for me. Armor, I mean. So, yeah, that's me.
Thanks, Jim. What about you, Jeffro?
Pretty much the same, actually. 148th aircraft and 135th armour. Aircraft mostly. World War II mostly, but I've just discovered something about myself. I discovered that I actually kind of enjoy doing jets. I always thought jets were pretty boring because they had a fairly generic sort of paint scheme and things. But then I discovered I did a Academy F4 around about the time that I started coming onto here, and I really enjoyed doing that. So and usually the quality of the kits that you get now, jets are really interesting. They've got really interesting armament loads and everything, and there's a big variety. I've still got a ton of really good World War II aircraft in there, and I just do the occasional armour just for a bit of a change. I've got a couple of civilian cars in there I've still got to get around to. I've got, when I really get brave, I've got a 172 Revell U-boat, which it's going to be a dust collector. I've got nowhere to put it. I don't know where I'm going to put it. So unless I can knock up some sort of a Perspex display case to put it in or anything, so that'll be a biggie. So I'll get around to doing it one of these days. But otherwise, I'm find that I'm not nearly as refined as everybody else on here. I only ever do these things for myself, and I find that I'm getting better as I go along. The more practice I'm getting and the more techniques I'm doing, especially with an airbrush, which I never had until a couple of months ago. I'm enjoying using that, and that's sort of opened up a whole new sort of world, really. So I've been enjoying doing modelling a lot more. Not that I didn't enjoy it before, but you know, I've got a lot more scope in what I can do, or what I'm sort of able to do. But yeah. So aircraft and armour, but mostly aircraft. But I've got a lot more variety in what I'm interested in doing now, whereas before it was just piston, World War II aircraft, and that was it. I've even got a couple of wings kits in there that I'll probably never get that right.
Hang on to those. Are those mint condition?
Yeah. They're just in the stash, yeah.
You've got yourself some real, genuine artifacts.
I've got two. I've got a Bristol Fighter and an Albatross, which I really, really want to keep hanging on to, and I got a Fowls, I think it is, which I basically just got when I knew that they were closing up, and I saw it come up, and I thought, okay, I'll grab that, and that was, I really just got that just for nostalgia's sake, for investment's sake, maybe, I don't know. I'll probably never get around to making any of them, but if I'd let one go, I'd let the Fowls go. But just like a lot of other things, I'll probably hang on to them until I drop dead because I can't bear to part with them. And either I don't feel like I've got the skill level to be able to make them to justify it, or I just like looking at them in the box.
I hear you, Jeffro. I've got a wing that wings Fokker D7, which is my favorite World War I airplane, and I've also got a Copper State Models Newport 17.
Yeah.
And,
Shit.
I did play with there's that Meng 132.
the triplane,
which might be worth a try.
That's actually a wing that wings kit.
Wings balls.
They bought that. They bought that out right when Wing That Wings folded.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, Dom.
Hello.
Jeffro, just a heads up on how much room that sub's going to take up.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Am I seeing things, or was that a real sub?
Now take it back.
If I known you've got to do that, I would have put the music on.
Hey, did you know that the Fokker D7, right, was the most produced World War I fighter there was?
Yeah, I think they even produced it after the war because so many nations wanted it in their air force post-war.
Yeah, they had either a BMW or a Daimler-Benz, Mercedes-Benz engine in them, inline six.
Okay, now it's Dom's turn, right, Paul?
Yeah. Yes, Dom. What's your favourite genre to build and everything else? Yeah.
I have no favorite genre to build. There's one thing what I never built, and that's a ship.
No.
Oh, well, you could get together and do a buddy build.
No, I build no ships, and the reason is I have no space for it. The only ship what here is in the house is I have one, that is the Bismarck, 1/350 scale from Rafael with all the photo heads, with all the metal barrows, everything. And I start with it, but cannot finish that thing. It's too big. And we have here the Titanic. Danielle built the Titanic and she painted with a brush. That thing looks absolutely amazing. My favorite thing to do, I have a couple. I like to build vehicles with wheels. Tanks. I have a lot of tanks. I like to build it, but it takes so much more time. You need to wait before you can glue it together. So you need to dry fit it, then you need to prime it, dry fit it, paint it, dry fit it. You know, that takes more time than a vehicle. A vehicle is a little bit easier. But I like the most to build vehicles and airplanes, I think.
Well, that's all right.
And the tanks is a little bit thing. I have a lot of tanks, so I go build that stuff. Well, that was my start build. I'm building first time. I'm building 1/72nd scale, and a 1/35th scale. But then the smaller vehicles.
Yeah.
And then I go over to 1/48 airplanes, and I think the details with the 1/48 airplane is so much more than 1/72nd. I had 1/72nd scales that I built in. I start in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. At 12 o'clock, he was almost dry fit and ready for primer. And then I prime it. I wet sand it a little bit, the little spots what you have sometimes with averaging. You do that for the first time. And at the end of the day, I had all the colors on it. And I can decoloring in the evening, and the evening, 10 o'clock in the evening, it was done. With 1/72nd. And I think that cost me every day an airplane. That was the reason I go a little bit on bigger scale. And I built a couple 1/32nd scale airplanes. And I love to build that stuff. That detail is so much more than 1/72nd and 1/48. So yeah, that's a little bit my favorite. And I'm building on the moment, that's maybe interesting. Oh, come on. Parts falling out. I'm building on the moment the Tiger 1. The full interior.
They got Zimmered on it, Dom?
No shimmer. And you can see I weathered it a little bit.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I love that. That's incredible. That's really, really good. I've never tried an interior kit.
Oh, you need to try it.
I recommend the Grant.
Why do you got that there, Dom? We're just trying to work out the access to the escape hatch underneath through that transmission there. Is that where it is? Just
Oh, you have not one.
That's right. The Tiger didn't have an escape hatch on the bottom of the hull. That's right.
oh, really?
No, they could only get out through the top of the crew compartment holes on the top of the hull. That was it. Or through the turret.
Gary Cooker.
Didn't some of them have a?
I
Might
think
not have been a Tiger. I can't remember. But didn't some of them have a side hatch through between the tracks,
The
between
Panzer
the
III.
wheels?
Panzer III did, Jeff.
Three, was it?
I think that, yeah,
think
I
you
know
made a
that's at
mistake
least
with
one. Maybe
Right.
even the early Panzer IV.
Right.
this one happened at escape hatch.
Which one is that, Dom?
Sherman.
Looks like a Sherman.
This
Is that a
absolutely
Sherman?
amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. They had a couple of hatches down on the bottom.
Yeah. That's just what made me ask. I was looking at that transmission. I thought, no way you get down through there.
Oh no, not in the Tiger. No, not in the Tiger. No. No. They couldn't even raise the seats so the driver could look out the top of the hatch and still drive the vehicle like you could in a Sherman.
Yeah.
Dom, can I see the top of the hull of the Tiger, please? Another close-up on that? I want to look at that tow cable.
The top of the hull.
Yeah, the very top, yeah. The part that comes off. Yeah, there you go. Okay, because I'm trying to model a cable the same way I'm looking at how you got it attached. Okay.
Oh yeah, normally this one is not glued.
Right.
I make a mistake. Normally you have this hatchet, you have this closed. And then you need to do it in this little, and then you have here in this one,
Yes.
one is open. You have no cable in it. You need
Right.
cable in this little. But I make the mistake to do that now.
No, because I'll show you what. I'll be right back. Hold on a minute. I'll show you mine.
Uh-oh.
That's
Dick's
where
going to
it
show us
goes.
his.
I'll show you. Lord, if you show me yours.
Here you go. All right.
We'll get
There's
to
the top of the hull.
thank you.
This is the initial production version of the Dragon kit I've been working on forever. The top here has only got a couple of small brackets to hold the tow cable in, and I'm gonna form it the same way you have yours, just going around like a horseshoe around the top of the hull. I wanted to see how yours look because I'm gonna do it on mine, and I got some. There it is. They're just very tiny little brackets. You can barely see them. There's one there, and there's one there, and I'm gonna have it go around like this in a horseshoe kind of configuration. But this thing, these initial production tanks, they didn't even have any provisions for cables on the side or on the top of the hull or anything like that, like the later Tigers did. And I don't have any. I can't find many pictures of these things because there were so few of them, and what were out there got captured kind of fast because they broke down. But anyway, I saw your layout on the tow cable on the top of the hull, and I wanted to replicate that on this. So okay, thanks. That thing is looking beautiful.
Yeah, this is start. the hatch for the engine can open. I can open it. And I go set this open, then you can see the engine. It's maybe nice for the diorama what I built. And I built it on a train flatbed.
Oh right, yeah, that's the one you're gonna do with the transport tracks. It's gonna be on the flatbed car.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna look great.
Yeah, only the diorama is 80 centimeters wide.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The reason is I have the big one train flatbed, and I need two flatbeds on that diorama. This one coming in the middle of the tray, and then I have a box with all the cradles. This one, what I need to make, and a couple of cradles coming on, and I have here a generator and all stuff. What's coming on the tray flatbed, and then I have the turret that's coming on a little stand. I have here somewhere. Look out before I destroy everything. This is the little stand, and then this one is coming on here. Then you can see a little bit of the interior.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I got it.
And then I hang here on the side. On this side, I hang a couple of jerry cans on it. And then it is for transport. And the train flatbed. Have you seen ever that train flatbed?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, I can get some Daniel's not home, so I can.
Jim, just to show you a bit of detail about the my Bismarck.
Yeah.
That there is
Oh, it's a
that's
gun turret.
framework inside the turret.
Woo, boy.
Alright?
Uh-huh.
And then you coat the whole lot in PE for photo etch. Here's one where it's actually sprung off the side on me.
Oh, bummer. Yeah.
So the whole entire ship is built like that.
Oh,
You built-
hey, look who's in the audience.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Sue.
Hey, Sue.
Morning, lady.
Morning, Sue.
So yeah, that's how this Bismarck's built. It's all plywood laser cut structure, and then you coat it. Photo etch. Look at that. That looks good, Dom.
Wow. Nice.
I did, yeah. There are a couple people here in the Netherlands that this was not right. And I say it is not finished. But I need to weather it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did they say that's right about it?
You look to the
It's your
plane,
build, man.
the
You
different
build how
colors.
you want to build it.
The what is it, Dom? What'd you say?
The different colors for the planks, the wood.
Oh, okay. What about
Yeah,
it?
and
I
Looks
did,
like a rail car to me.
yeah,
I
there's
grew up in a rail yard.
not every plank has the same color. And what I go to do, you set the tank on it. And tanks are always leaking oil.
yes.
Okay, what I go to do, I set on the end, I set a tank on it, I set them straight on the right place. You have here on this side the engine. What I do, I make here oil places. Oil.
Sure. Oh yeah. There's got to be all kinds of abuse those flat cars took. I mean, they were loading those freaking tanks for God's sake.
Yeah.
The wood would be chewed up, Dom, where the tracks are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're driven on.
Yes.
Right. And they store the main tracks underneath the tank.
Yeah, I do that a couple, yes. And I do a couple that is falling off of the train.
Yeah. Oh, that thing's gonna look totally different when you're finished.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I
Well,
did
guys,
a little bit
wait a
of
minute,
weathering.
Dom. Before you go any further, I'm gonna bail out here. It's now 3:30, going on 3:30 in the morning. We sprung forward, so it's not 2:23
Oh my
a.m.
God.
It's 3:30 a.m. So I'm going to bed, guys. So
That's all right, Jim.
I'll
Thanks
see you
for
next
dropping
weekend,
in.
everyone.
Appreciate you
Take
being
care.
here, Jimmy.
Bye, Jim.
Dom.
Take care, mate.
See you
Okay,
again.
maybe I'll catch you
Hey,
guys
one
during a
day-
live chat sometime.
All
Everyone,
right, see you, Jim.
everyone,
Bye, Jason.
Bye bye, everyone. Take care.
Hey, Jimmy.
Bye-bye, mate.
Bilge,
Yes,
this is my dust collector.
that's a nice bit of work, man.
It's the, oh, look, I've got broken bits off here and there. I've got broken yard arms here, and I've got the lifeboats sort of supposed to be hanging off the back there. It's had numerous little accidents over the years, and I think it's probably even got more dust on it than yours has. But
Yeah, but that's the thing with timber kits, though, man. Like, bits get broken, but it's not hard to replace them. Unlike, plastic kits and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
just get another
yeah.
piece of timber,
yeah,
and
well, I did actually have to exercise all my carpentry skills, actually, and it's, you don't have to be a carpenter to build one, but it helps.
yeah, no, that's a beautiful build, man. I'd like to see it restored one day.
It was, yeah, I wish I'd painted it at the time, but yeah, at the moment it's just sitting up on a cabinet, and yeah, I'll get back to it one of these days. I actually started a whaling ship at the time, the same I finished this one and I started a whaling ship from the same company, and it was okay. I got about halfway through it. I don't know what, something happened. Life was in turmoil or something at the time, and I didn't get around to finishing it.
Yeah.
I had an aspiration of getting the Blue Nose. It's like a always wanted to get that one of these days, but yeah, at the moment I've got a massive stash of plastic, so I'll get through that before I get onto anything made of wood again. Because when you make these things, you've got shit everywhere. You've got bloody big table-sized plans, and you've got tools everywhere, and you've got timber everywhere.
Oh yeah,
it's a commitment. So.
Oh yeah. It's also times like this when you get something out to show somebody something, and then all of a sudden you pick up a brush and you start cleaning and go, maybe I should.
Put it away now.
Put it away. I don't know, man. I'd really like to get this old girl back on the water.
Well, now would be the time. It's close enough.
I've got enough of it around.
You might lose it in the current.
This is the diorama bay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Nice.
That is
That
cool,
was
Don.
good, dog.
It's really big. And
Yeah.
the little, what I did with exactly the same with the wooden, you can better see it on this camera. With the wooden things, I did exactly the same. As with the trays
now
like
look at
that. And I need to make an extra piece on here. There was someone say to me,
ballast, railway ties.
I need to end it here. My mistake was I ended here, and that was not right. But then you, a train rail is never ended here. I need not a stop sign, but I need looks like it's more this time.
Yeah.
You could always cheat and just put a bumper stop on the end, Dom.
Yeah, that was my first plan, but this is not a brand. I cannot use that bumper stand on this railroad brand. And I need to
That's
end here.
bloody awesome, mate.
Yeah, and the little stones what you see is all stones from AK railroad ballast. That is all are two on this whole thing are 3 of that little containers. It's absolutely crazy. And this thing, this whole base, I make it by myself with my in my shed with a little machine. You say that? Make a little nice round piece on it.
That's really cool, man. That is really cool.
That looks great, dog.
Awesome, yeah.
Mm.
Do you do dioramas with all of them, Don, or just the occasional one?
The what?
Do you do dioramas with all your kits or just the occasional one?
Oh, sometimes I make dioramas, yeah. Not all the time, no.
Right.
This one is broken, okay. No, not all the time. I have not the space for it. I live in a small 2-room house with my 4 cats and my mini dog.
Yeah, when you said you made tanks, I thought that makes sense because you haven't got much room, and then you put it on a big bloody thing like that.
Yeah, I had an idea. I think he fit in my glass cabinet, but this thing is almost 2 times my glass cabinet.
Yeah.
Maybe I do. My plan was to do a plastic. We say that a plastic stuff, a clear stuff. I don't know the name anymore, but Then you let it cut on the couple sizes and do a little cover over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perspex.
Perspex, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we say here T-Flex, no. Plexiglass.
Yeah, plexiglass.
Yeah.
Just
But
different
that's
trade
probably
names,
really
not.
expensive, and you need to let it make. Cost me 60 euros or something, and then shipping.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous expensive. Dus I go buy a big plate and go to a friend, and he has a little machine, and but yeah, he can cut it on the right size for me.
Well, gents, unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it quits there.
Copy that.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I've run aground. I need to see my navigator.
Well, that's a good enough excuse, isn't it? All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for watching and joining in, and we'll catch you all next time.
Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Everyone.
Till next time, be
Oh,
good.
well.
Be good at it.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!